Check, check. You guys picking me up? Mike's all decent. This here is pretty much going to be a dry run for tomorrow. Don't know what's coming tomorrow, to be completely honest with you. But basically, Madden comes out for everyone that gets it on PC tomorrow at like 4 o'clock my time. I don't know yet what I'm going to do. I can either work in my draft classes right away and then record a rebuild so that you guys can get the first realistic rebuild on Thursday. Or I could just stream when the game comes out, stream for a little bit on YouTube, and I don't know, I think I might do that. I think that might be a good chance to bring in some new viewers, because everyone's going to be hopping on right away. Plus, I know there's some people in this community that won't be getting on a PC, so, you know, extra advantage there, but I don't know yet. If you guys do want to see me start streaming tomorrow, some Madden 19, you let me know. But today's stream, because, you know, I had a couple options, I had a couple streams I didn't get to, that were Madden 18 related, but I feel like the last Madden 18 stream, why not finish with the Draft Wars? That was over on Twitch. I posted the highlights on YouTube. We're going to be saying bye to NCAA Football 14 for a little bit once Madden comes out. So I figure how good this game has been to me, we got to have a nice little live stream and saying goodbye. And what we're going to do is do Last Chance U, Independence Community College Pirates, a team that we already did the first episode, the debut episode. We won our first game against an unranked team. I figure, why not? Why not put them in the NCAA scenario and see how well they can do? Obviously, if we're talking about it in realistic terms, they probably could compete. Like them, East Mississippi, who was the Last Chance U team in years 1 and 2, like probably like the top 5 JUCO schools, could probably compete in NCAA Division 1. And by that, I mean win a game or two. Maybe, if they're playing easy. But that's, you know, versus saying like, oh yeah, Alabama going to the NFL. I think it's a bigger jump to say Alabama could beat the Cleveland Browns last year than it would be saying Independence Community College could come to NCAA and win a game. So it's still unrealistic, but let's get into it. So if you don't know the roster, and for those of you that do know the players from the television show, let's see what we have here. So we only actually made the official starters, because let's be honest, Malik Henry is he's a fuck stick. That's what he called. That's what the head coach, Jason Brown, called him. He is such, I don't know, man. It's a continuing trend that there's always Florida State quarterbacks at whatever team features at Last Chance U. But Malik Henry, man, that guy sucked. He had like a terrible attitude. Wasn't that good of a player. I wasn't impressed with anything I saw. But still, from an athletic standpoint, he probably could make it in a lot of Division I schools. Rakeem Boyd was probably the most overpowered player that we saw in the season, the most talented player. In real life, I believe he committed to Arkansas. And hey, in my realistic rebuild draft classes, in my custom draft classes, you guys should know that, you know, you might see a Rakeem Boyd a couple years on. I'm always going to try my best to include the legit stars from Last Chance U as little nuggets, because obviously they're not going to probably be first, second, third, fourth round backs. They'll be the late round steals, but you might be, say, year 4 in a rebuild, see me draft Rakeem Boyd. The light will switch inside your head and you go, oh, it's from Last Chance U. Wide receiver, they had a couple good guys. Their 2 most notable ones for me was Carlos Thompson and Calvin Jackson. Both those guys are really talented. Offensive line, we have Kerry Buckmaster. He was probably the most notable offensive lineman. Defensive side, Emmett Gooden probably was like the most popular name. He was the guy that was really, really good, but had terrible football IQ, had a bad anger issue, constantly would get costly penalties. We have Bobby Bruce, who might be the stupidest player on the team, but he's always, you know, like, what was his name? The fat dude from year 1, that was really funny. He's like, oh, I bought headphones. Sorry, I didn't do this. I bought headphones. You know that guy? Ronald Ollie. He's like the Ronald Ollie of this year. So, you know, we'll see what he can do. This guy here, Raymond, was actually not featured on the show, but he had like 6-7 picks. I don't know why, but he seems pretty damn good. And that's pretty much it. Only person I could not include, which is a little bit upsetting, was the cringy goth weird kid that made like the rap track. I was gonna put him on as like special team somewhere. I mean, that was a feel good story. Let's not get it twisted, but you know, still a little weird. So if you guys have never played NCAA, which I know a lot of you guys actually haven't, you enjoy watching, you haven't played it. The sim is really, really long, so we're not gonna play all these games because it'll take me 5 minutes to sim 2 goddamn games in this. But this is a big one because Independence is in Kansas, and I purposely scheduled in my custom schedule Kansas Jayhawks, because we're not going to play Kansas State. We get absolutely rolled by Kansas State. Kansas State's one of the best colleges in the country. But Kansas, on the other hand, they're a basketball school. We could get a big-time upset. Now, I haven't actually played NCAA in 2 weeks, maybe a week. Like literally, whenever I uploaded that video, a couple days before that was when I last played it. So I could be a little bit rusty, but this would probably be the last football game that I thought, pound for pound, when I was in my prime. This was probably my last game that I was really good at. You know, right now, you know, people are saying, "Oh, why aren't you in like the Madden tournament and all that stuff?" And I was like, you know, I see that there's some pro guys. We already discussed that in length on my podcast, but you can go check out my Patreon page. But they have pro guys in there. I'd get crushed, man. I'm more of an entertainer, football knowledge guy, team builder than I am a competitive player. I don't know any of the money plays. But when I last time I actually tried to be good, tried to know the cheesy plays, was this NCAA game. Because it was the last game that all my buddies would buy. And you always wanted to just run train after school. Yes, that's how old this game is. I was still in high school when this game came out. Neo the kicker is there. In the first game, I played an FCS team. They were really bad. That's why we actually got the dub. We're probably going to struggle here a lot. All right. Now, the uniforms are somewhat similar. This was like, I didn't build the team myself. I downloaded the team that looked most likely. The Pirates. Because they had some pretty fire jerseys. Let's be completely honest. Coach Brown. What do you guys think about that? Since this is just a general talk, what do you guys think about Coach Brown? What's up? Watching from Guadalajara, Mexico. Awesome. Cesar. That's awesome, man. Glad I got fans out there in Mexico. My weather right now is like Mexico. I hate the heat, and it's been disgusting here, so I feel you, bro. What's up, Mack? What's up, Elon? Madden 19 is going to be fire. Like I said, I don't know, man. I think I want to stream right away, but I don't know like what I would stream. So, throw on the run. Malik Henry, it's Jackson. This Jackson guy. Like I said, some of this stream is going to be us talking. Some of this will be getting hyped for Madden 19. Also, feel free to talk about Last Chance U. Because I was a big fan, man. I love Last Chance U. What do you guys think about the players? What do you guys think about the coach? I know a lot of people feel that from what... Oh, right there. That's too... Oh, will he still catch it? There we go, King! Big time catch. Went up the difficulty. I don't know. I just literally set this up like generic. I'm definitely gonna need to up the difficulty a little bit because that's a little too easy. Considering all of our team is like in the 70s, low 70s. I think we have 4 guys that are in the 80s. Everyone else is like 72 or below. But yeah, a lot of people hated Coach Brown, and I personally thought he was awesome. To be completely honest with you, I thought Coach Brown was way better than Buddy from the first season. I thought his attitude was pretty funny. I know there's people out there that just hate swearing, so if you hate swearing, I understand that you're probably not going to be a big fan. But, you know, I just thought he was self-conscious. He didn't come out and say, like, obviously he's not the best play caller, and he pretty much would come out and say, I suck at calling plays countless times. So, I don't know, man. Clearly, he was a recruit. He knew what he was good at, knew what he was bad at, and, like, was upfront about it. He wasn't trying to, like, mask the fact, whereas, you know, Buddy, I felt in the first 2 seasons kind of, you know, I don't know, he thought he was king shit at everything. Oh, let's go, Malik Henry. Good running. I'm going to miss this game. I am absolutely going to miss this game. What's up, everyone? Stopping in for the first time. Calvin Jackson, though, was really good, man. I actually thought he was, like, the best wide receiver. Obviously, Carlos Thompson, the Texas Tech transfer, everyone thought he was the most popular. But that Jackson guy, I think they said he was a commit somewhere. He was a Div 1. Oh, wow. Even though they didn't like make a story about him, he was, I think, Purdue or something like that, and he got kicked off for like schooling reasons. Wasn't a bad guy, so I guess the story might not have been there. But yeah, who's your favorite player? I actually, well, as a running back myself, I like Rakeem Boyd. I like the way he handled his business. I hated that other dude though, the Michigan transfer. Thought he was really good, and all he ended up doing was cutting hair and getting kicked off. Yeah, I'd say Rakeem Boyd is my favorite. Buckmeister was kind of weird. But, yeah, guys, I don't know, like I said, I don't necessarily want to do, like, a poll the people if I should stream, like, first thing when I get mad tomorrow or not. I don't know, man, it's just, I kind of want to hit the ground running and start my draft classes, and as we have to settle for a field goal here. If I stream, I'm not going to stream me making my draft classes, that would be boring, but then I don't know what I would stream. I don't, just like a random franchise mode, just a random fantasy draft, something like that. I feel like I wouldn't hurt to do that, though. Maybe just for like an hour or two, the first hour. Stream a fantasy draft, and then get into working on my rebuild and stuff. Rebuild schedule will be slightly different. Last year, we did rebuilds every Friday. I felt like, because it spaced itself out, like the last half to third of the rebuilds, it was when Madden was dying, and they didn't get like a lot of views, didn't get a lot of clicks, and I'm in the click business. So I'm thinking right now I don't know if I'm going to do every 3 or every 4 days, but essentially you get 2 rebuilds a week versus 1. Shoot up the process a little bit. Oh, what a tackle! You more of a Buddy or Jason guy? Jason for sure, man. I hope they go back there. I know it might be good for them to constantly bounce around to different schools. And hell, Last Chance U, I don't think they should ever go to a Div 1, but I think they could go to like whatever the hell Div 2 is. Where, the North Dakota State where Carson Wentz played. I think maybe that could be another option, because I don't know. Because they do like the All or Nothings, the All or Nothing shows, which are awesome. They do those for like college teams. They did it for Notre Dame. They did it for Michigan. So you already have that sort of, theme, that setting. So, I mean, I don't know. But ultimately, I definitely want them to go back to independence. Oh, there we go. There's our shitty run defense showing up. Off topic, do you think the Gators will be good this year? All I know is they haven't recruited shit this year. Every time I'm on like the college football Reddit or the Gators Reddit, it's just talking about all these guys that they're losing in recruiting and they're not getting. So I don't think they're going to be particularly strong this year. Jacob, Malik could have been... I think Malik is going to be a head coach. That guy looks like a guy that, like... You know that weird dude, the long ponytail, that was coaching for free? That was like his QB coach? I mean, maybe you see if you can get Malik to be a QB coach. He looks like he has a good mind for the game. I think coaching could be where he ends up. Thanks for subscribing, Ramon. Appreciate it. And if any of you guys, I think if you subscribe during the stream, or if you donate on my Streamlabs, you pop up now. I'm getting all that stuff set up because I want to be a pro Twitch streamer. That's the only thing that sucks, man. I really, really want to get going on Twitch, and we had a great turnout when I did Draft Wars. Like, I tripled my follower rate or whatever. But I don't know, man. YouTube's just so... Everyone's already here on YouTube. I need to get on Twitch, but it's like one of those things. I got to balance it. I think maybe Twitch stream 2-3 times a week. Not a lot of Madden, some Madden, and then stick to streaming at least once a week here on the YouTubes, strictly Madden. I don't know, man. There's a lot of things, but I don't know. I need to grow the channel this year. Last year, we did good. Last year, I maintained. 2 years ago, Madden 17 into Madden 18, my channel blew up. Then Madden 18, now to Madden 19. Basically, my channel maintained the levels that we were at. But I need to try some different things here this year. I'm going to be absolutely maddened if I don't get lofty goal of 100,000 subscribers this year. That's always the base. But I'm thinking 75 minimum, or it's a failure. So I'm going to be doing some different things. Maybe some collabs and stuff like that. I don't know, man. Off top, you think the Razorbacks will be good this year? Arkansas, well, they got Rakeem Boyd. Rakeem Boyd, the star of Last Chance U, very well could be their starting. That guy was incredible. Watching him get going, man, he is incredible. He's like a power. He's built he looks like Darren McFadden. He's built 220, pretty jacked, but he has that get away from the cop speed, to quote Gus Johnson from Madden 10. So I mean, I don't know. I can't think off the top of my head a bunch of Arkansas guys, but I don't know, guys. On my Patreon page, I don't want to keep plugging it because I know I've always been. If you can afford it, you afford it. If not, just stop by and support my channel. But if just by supporting the $2 tier, which is $2 a month, the same as a tip, I'm going to be highlighting every single week in college football. I'm going to be giving all my college football takes. A lot of videos that I used to do here, like fantasy football, college football, talking not Eagles, just around the league. All that stuff is not going to be in video format on my channel anymore. It's going to be strictly on the Patreon exclusive podcast. But I'm not going to restrict myself from answering questions in the stream. That's the beauty of the stream. It's basically a glorified Q&A. So Arkansas, I think, I don't know off the top of my head who they have on their roster, so I should know a couple of them. So, I hope they do good. Do you have any dark horse college football teams? This year? Oh, shit. I mean, I want to say my Gators are a little bit of a dark horse because everyone's just counting them out for Georgia to win the East. Sleeper teams. Like I said, man, I'm not in college football mode right now. Usually, I'll talk college football to the days long, but I'm still 2 weeks away from being like 100% up on college football and where we're going to be talking. I know some prospects. I'm trying to think from that standpoint, man. I'm going to be interested to see how UCF battles back again. New head coach, but they still have a lot of that talent there. Texas could be interesting. Texas could finally bounce back. Let's go. Let's get a goddamn touchdown here and keep running this score up. Fuck me. Didn't get it. A&M, new head coach. I think there's a transitioning period every year like that. Try to punch us in with Keem Boyd. Kansas should be winning. We should not be moving the ball this easy on Kansas, so you definitely will have to take a look at tweaking the difficulty settings a little bit later. You think Michigan's going to be good? Transfer quarterback Shea Patterson. It's going to be interesting. They finally have a quarterback during the Jim Harbaugh era, so yeah, they'll be good. And I'm not a huge fan of Michigan, but I hate Ohio State because Urban Meyer, so I hope Michigan can supplant them. USC definitely should start JT Daniels. They have no one else there, and he was, 5-star recruit? Throw him to the Wolves. They have a good offensive line, solid run game, decent wide receivers still there. I don't know why you wouldn't. Get that combination. Amon-Ra St. Brown's there, like one of the top wide receiver recruits. Get that chemistry brewing. You go to Florida Atlantic. You love how it's on Last Chance U. Yeah, man, they're Last Chance U in NCAA. Got the quarterback there is actually pretty good. Might be the starter. You got friggin' what's his name? The running back that just gets 50 touchdowns a year, Singletary or something like that. Devin Singletary. Who do you think will win the Heisman? Man, I don't. It's you could go with the favorites like Bryce Love, but I think it's really really tough for running backs to put two outstanding seasons back to back. I think he'll still be good. Justin Herbert, I think he might be the most talented quarterback in college football, but there's a change of scheme there at Oregon, so I can't really. I mean, Khalil Tate at Arizona, he's pretty much the closest thing to Lamar Jackson that's there. But I don't know, man. I think it's actually going to be a wide open race. I mean, the last couple of years, it's been like clearly there's been a bunch of big name quarterbacks, established quarterbacks. The Baker Mayfield, Sam Darnold, Josh Rosen, those guys in particular. This year, man, I think it's getting really, really wide open because the most talented players, in my opinion, in college are on the defense side of the ball. Ed Oliver, Greedy Williams. So it's going to be an interesting race. As we were just destroying Kansas right now. That was my Kirkland. I didn't eat Kirkland pizza today, bro, but I did eat Costco chicken strips. They were pretty delicious. That's why I was actually a little bit late. It's like, I had to watch the kid and then I had to make food late. Were you pissed when Bobby got arrested? I'm not pissed about anything. These people are dumb. That's like the best thing about Last Chance U is you truly get to see how dumb football players are. These guys get like their hands held. They have to get C's. You watch like they can just make a paper on like why being on Netflix is great and pass their classes. And even then you need to hold their hand. These guys are idiots. So when they make dumb decisions like that, it sucks. I did watch like the aftermath from the first 2 years at East Mississippi. God, Miss Wagner's still hot. MILF, for sure. But, the Isaiah Wright thing, what an idiot. I don't think he did anything, to be completely honest with you. From everything I know about the story. I feel like he was just wrong place, wrong time, and was an idiot. He's a victim to being stupid. Thoughts on Florida Atlantic? Man, I always, obviously I don't want another team in Florida to rise up, and it sucks that my Gators have tougher recruiting as Rakeem Boyd takes off. If that was real Rakeem Boyd, he would have took that to the house. But, I always like a team that just kind of comes out of nowhere and starts to be good. Kind of saw it like Wyoming a little bit. You can see Wyoming. They're chewing the clock. This game's taking forever. Wyoming got Josh Allen, but they got, Carson Wentz's head coach. When Carson Wentz was in college, he moved to Wyoming. And now they're actually starting to build a pretty nice little program there. So anytime, anyone pulls off like the NCAA Dynasty in real life, you're always kind of excited about that. Like Coastal Carolina's head coach, I was reading about him. Like that dude worked at a bank. And then he just decided one day to coach at college level. He's making a go of it. They weren't very good, but, they are a first year in NCAA. Oh, come on. The sack. Oh, yeah, by the way. No, as a white man, sounds kind of racist. The black chick that was the English teacher, she sucked. I was like, she's the new Miss Wagner. Everyone's gonna say, oh, you didn't like her because she's black. You know what? She could get it. She could get it if it was, 13, 15 deep. It was just so annoying. Like, trying to, like, talk about issues and politics and shit. It sounded like everything was scripted, too. I don't know, man. I hated that shit. Trade predictions for the Eagles. I don't think they're making a single trade. I did hear, we did sign Kamar Aiken, who was, somewhat, at one point in time, was like a decent wide receiver. I heard he's been terrible in camp. Bunch of drops and stuff. Oh, right there. Oh, my God. Malik Henry's getting sacked, and I don't really feel bad. So, but ultimately for the Eagles, trade talk does come down to Carson Wentz and his health. And if he's healthy, that means you're going to move on from Nick Foles. And from all reports in camp, Wentz is going to be ready week 1. Again, I'm going to take the not best approach for the Eagles long term and say, it's up to Nick Foles. If week 1, Wentz is the starter, Eagles are 100% sure that he's going to be good to go. And we got Sudfeld, who last year played 1 game against Dallas, did not look awful. Didn't do enough to really say if he was good or not. But didn't look out of place like some quarterbacks. Like Matt Barkley, for example, would have came in and threw 9 interceptions. But, if Nick Foles wants to go be a star somewhere, I think we trade him. Now, what team could trade for him? I don't know. I thought for the longest time... Oh, come on! Roughing the pasture there. I thought for the longest time, maybe the Colts. Frank Reich's there. Andrew Luck's injury might be worse than people thought. That's why McDaniels backed out of that deal, the head coaching job there. But it looks like Andrew Luck's going to be good to go. So, if a team goes down with a quarterback, I don't know. You can't predict those things. There's no real injury-prone quarterbacks outside of Bradford, and then they have Rosen behind them. So, blow them up. But I don't know, man. I don't know where Nick Foles could go. If I want to go shocking, Bucks, maybe the Bucks are saying, man, James Winston sucks. Even though I think that'd be kind of, oh my God, this tackling. Even though, I don't know, was he still on a rookie deal? They didn't re-sign James Winston. So yeah, look, Nicholas just said, the Bucks. I think James Winston is not going to be the franchise quarterback Bucks fans are hoping to be. He had tremendous weapons last year. Mike Evans, Deshaun Jackson, Chris Godwin, Adam Humphries, decent slot wide receiver. He had all right running backs. Offensive line was horrendous. But I don't know, man. I still think if I'm a Bucks fan, I would rather fire that trash head coach and bring in like an actual QB guru, not a guy that had 1 decent year with Jameis and then they gave him, all the power. But from what I can see, James Winston still struggles with the exact same things he struggled with in college, and things aren't really changing. So hey, maybe the Bucks. You could say, where else could Nick Foles go? The Saints, maybe. Maybe the Saints want, maybe they see Nick Foles could be the replacement for Drew Brees long term. Nick Foles, for those of you who are wondering, Nick Foles is, I'm pretty sure, younger. Absolutely the same age as Kirk Cousins. I think he actually might be a little bit younger than Kirk Cousins. So, people keep viewing Kirk Cousins like this long-term franchise QB, when in reality, he's as old as Nick Foles. People just, because Nick Foles has bounced around teams, you would assume Nick Foles is older. Cincinnati, Bengals, there you go. Bengals could be one. Dolphins could be one. It all comes down to, ultimately, give me about, when did the Jimmy G trade happen from the Patriots to the 49ers, and what teams feel about the upcoming quarterback class. Now, if you believe like the articles and stuff that have been posted on NFL Network, a lot of people don't think that this upcoming quarterback class is strong. So if you want to get a jump, you get Nick Foles in as your option. But ultimately for me, even if someone says, we'll give you a first rounder next year for Nick Foles. If Nick Foles says, I don't really want to go, I'd rather stay here to back up, he's earned the right. Win the Super Bowl, I think all the cards are in Nick Foles' hands. As we get sacked again, we just run the clock out with our lead. Thank you. Think Foles would go to the Giants? They don't have a quarterback. I wouldn't want that, though. I don't want that. I don't want the only guy that won a Super Bowl in the Eagles go to the Giants. Trace McSorley's the best quarterback. Oof. Can't agree with that one. Watching Trace McSorley play, he's a... Why is everyone on this team jacked, too, by the way? Mike, you ever see Malik Henry? In real life, he's like a beanpole. But in this game, he's like looks like a friggin' The Rock. But, yeah, Trace McSorley, he is... Oh, my God, what a play. He is turnover prone. He's a walking interception time bomb. He's the kind of guy that like might go 7th round, I would guess, in the upcoming draft. Let's go Emmett Gooden. Let's get it going with Emmett Gooden. Can't break off tackles. Where's Bobby Bruce? Make a play. What are your thoughts on Destiny Vallejo, the Eagles D tackle? It's one of my best calls ever when I was doing my Eagles mock draft. I said they should get him as an undrafted free agent. Decent rotational depth. I mean, now with Ncaa coming in, and especially Michael Bennett, who could play D tackle at the end, those snaps are going to be kind of risque. I mean, you can lay it on practice squad. What about Justin? I mean, I think that there's some decent quarterbacks, to be honest with you, but if teams don't, I think Drew Lock will be all right. Justin Herbert. Others? Stidham, Jarrett Stidham, Nick Fitzgerald, Will Greer, Ryan Finley. I think there's some decent quarterbacks in this year's draft class, but it's all about what the coaches think. I hope that people hate all the. I want if Nick Foles wants to be a starter, I want Philadelphia to bend whoever over to get them Nick Foles. Because I still feel that the Ravens slightly bent the Philadelphia Eagles over to trade up and get Lamar Jackson. I thought Philly, that was an even trade that happened between the Eagles and Ravens, where it should have been a trade that the Eagles got more value. What's up, Joe last name? Who starts on the Eagles at D tackle 2? Oh, it'll be, well, Timmy Jernigan's hurt. I think they said he'll miss, 2-3 games. So I would guess it'd be Ncaa. They'd go Lodi Ncaa. And then rotate, because obviously Ncaa doesn't have the gas tank that he used to. So I would say Ncaa, and then special downs, you'll bring in Michael Bennett on like, what do they call it, NASCAR or something like that, where you go all in on speed rushers. But it would just be a rotation. But I would say Ncaa might be the official guy on the depth chart at D tackle 2. Get a full stream. Maybe that's like I said, man. I think I will do a stream, like, get a feel of the game, live review. Obviously, I got to work on my Madden 19 review. My last year Madden 19 review. That's why I don't think I'm a game changer, because I kind of shit on the game last year. Like, it was one of the most popular reviews on YouTube's. Can someone get open? There you go. Find the seam. Carlos Thompson, the speedster, finally using that speed to his advantage to trying to get the bump and run coverage. I don't think so. Drew Lock's got to win the Heisman. I don't know about that, man. It's real tough to throw for that many touchdowns in the SEC, but I'm going to be honest. He's probably one of the few really good prospects that I haven't watched a whole lot of his tape, so definitely we'll take a deep dive. Definitely we'll be watching as many. But the problem is Mizzou always plays when Gators play, for the most part. Mizzou does not have a lot of primetime games. Nada's not going to become the player he was with the Ravens. He's just older. But I think he'll be decent, man. He's a guy that graded it well from Pro Football Focus, especially against the run, which is where we need it, because we don't need, we have so many ends that can get after the quarterback. Fletcher Cox can get after the quarterback. We just need that compliment. With Jernigan, that's what made Jernigan so good. The compliment that he was to Fletcher Cox. Fletcher Cox was the do-it-all D tackle, but more so, he was the guy that could get quarterback pressure, where Jimmy Jernigan could stay home and affect the run. Nada, that's what Nada's got to do. Nada is going to stuff the run. I like to see him going to, the 4-3. Our 4-3, not whatever the hell the Lions were running. Okay. Go Rakeem Boyd. Oh, he gets popped. Still gets a couple yards. I'm going to beat Kansas, bro. Don't worry about it. Joe Deneen, that's actually a really, really talented guy that you're going to see in my custom draft classes. So that's going to be the annoying thing. I'm going to tell you guys right now. A lot of people are waiting for my custom draft classes. For the first month, for all of August, I'm going to be strictly playing on PC. Then I would say 100% I'm getting it on my Xbox, because obviously on Xbox, that's where I can do the live streams with Madden Ultimate Team, do streams with you guys. I know a lot of you guys don't have, like, you know, a gaming computer, because gaming PCs are, I found out the hard way this year, because I finally got one, are very expensive. But yeah, the first month is going to be mostly PC, and then I'll be going back to Xbox, just because PC got the game earlier than what we got on console, so you have to wait a little bit. And I actually did some work for Mutt, because that's all I stream. I only stream Mutt for the most part, because Mutt Squads is fun, and a lot of guys donate my teams. Basically, my teams are always built by you guys, just giving me cards and shit. But I actually spent time and got like a rookie premier thing, so I will get Saquon Barkley right off the rip, like one that goes like every time he gets an upgrade, I get that upgrade. I spent all my bucks to get that, all my hard-earned bucks on my team that I spent $3.50 for last year. Which is, again, that's what's going to happen. I'm going to open up my live stream. We're going to play some Madden Ultimate Team. I'm going to buy $3.50 worth of packs. And we're going to try to build a dominant team. You think Wentz will be better or worse? Well, there's reports in camps from Doug Peters himself, says he looks a little timid initially. And with Carson Wentz's playstyle, he's a guy that, you know, if he changes, if he's always thinking in the back of his head, I don't want to tear my ACL again, it could affect him. That's probably the only way, though, he's going to be noticeably different, I think, from his playstyle. And I'm super excited, man. It's one of those things, it still haven't set in. Even, like, it won't set in until the ceremony opening game against, like, when they raise the Super Bowl banner. Like, for me, it still doesn't make sense. People say the Eagles won the Super Bowl. I'm still thinking, oh, were you watching my live stream or something like that? Like, did that really happen in real life? And it's only going to set in once, you know, next season starts. So, I don't know, man. It's still surreal. That's probably the best way to say it. You got to get mods to do rebuilds of Madden 19. Well, the mods are not going to be out right away. From what I can tell from FIFA mods, it took them quite a bit, and like no good FIFA mods, because FIFA comes out right around the same time as Madden, generally speaking. It was around, let's just say, here, let's put it in Madden context. Like, I would assume that the Madden mods won't be completed till like Christmas time. So it's going to be a long time. I'm personally, as you can see from a video I made, hoping that someone takes the gigantic task of making a full NCAA mod in the game. But that's probably at least a year in. So, I don't know, man. But it still kind of pissed me off. I made the decision. I definitely could have went to that opening game against Atlanta to see the Super Bowl and stuff, the Super Bowl banner go up and that experience that environment. But you know, it comes down to, like, you know, obviously I got a family now, I got a son. I would want to experience that with him, and the fact that it's just a pain in the ass to fly with kids. I'd rather. I was really close. Let's just put it this way. I was very. Oh, let's go, Emmett Gooden gets to the sack. I was very close to buying a ticket to that game, but I'd rather watch it with him. Who are some fantasy football sleepers? Now, that's something that we'll have to talk about in streams, because on my Patreon, I'm doing a fantasy football league, and I don't want to give out tips because we still haven't had our draft yet. Spot's still open, by the way. Sleepers this year, man. I'm always a big rookie guy. I won my fantasy leagues last year because in all of them, I drafted Alvin Kamara and Kareem Hunt because I know they're going to be good. And one of them, I actually drafted Kareem Hunt when Ware wasn't injured. Spencer Ware was actually supposed to be the starter. So I like rookie running backs. I like Kerryon Johnson in Detroit. I think that he could slowly take over the snaps for the Garrett Blunt, but you know, he's a guy that you're not going to invest a huge pick. I think Darius Geis for the Redskins is interesting. You know, outside like the big back, everyone knows Saquon Barkley, and Saquon Barkley's, in my opinion, going to get overdrafted. I think he'll be a fine fantasy option, but the fact that he's going in the first round behind that offensive line with that quarterback, with that offense still going through Odell Beckham, too rich for my blood. I would probably stay away from Rashad Penny, or wouldn't invest a big pick on him. I'd say, man, Geis and Kerryon Johnson are two guys I would definitely keep an eye out for. You're doing a fantasy football? Yeah, man, on my Patreon we're doing a league that has a prize, and then I'm going to do a league for people that, based on tiers, that I'm just going to do a wide open, massive weekly league. So kind of like daily fantasy sports, where you just basically set your lineup every single week. That's just because there's so many people. Like, you can't only have like 16 teams or 20-man leagues, something like that. It's ridiculous. So, That's probably what I'm going to be doing. Ronald Jones, there you go. Ronald Jones, another great option. Bad offensive line, but considering I would say the Bucs offensive line and the Giants offensive line are similar, I'd probably give the edge to the Giants right now. The fact that Saquon's going in the first, you can probably get Ronald Jones mid-round. I like that, man. Timeshare opportunities, upside if you're in a keeper league too. The big question in fantasy football is where do you draft Josh Gordon? You know? I like Joe Mixon. Mixon's interesting. Everyone knows I want Joe Mixon to go to the Philadelphia Eagles. I'm happy we got Corey Clement. Nick Chubb, I would not be so sure on Nick Chubb. He'd be a late-round flyer because I think Carlos Hyde will start as the lead back there. He'll rotate, though. Everyone's going to rotate. AC4, what are your thoughts on the Jets team overall for Madden 19? Where do you predict their record to be? Their overall is fitting. I think that talent-wise, they are probably one of the worst rosters in the game. Luckily, they have Todd Bowles, who I think is one of the best head coaches in the National Football League. That the fact that he got that many wins with them, Todd Bowles was like my outside shot for Coach of the Year. Even with them, only what 5-6 wins. From a rebuild standpoint, they're definitely going to be one of the more trickier teams because Sam Darnold did not get very much help from the ratings guys. You really have 2 stars on their team, probably, in Jamal Adams and Leonard Williams. Well, I guess you can count Sam Darnold if you can make it work. I guess, you know, you got Cheese. You got a decent Cheese player in Robbie Anderson, height, weight, speed, wide receiver. Saquon at 6. I'm not drafting Saquon Barkley. Personally, I would draft Saquon Barkley mid-second round at the highest. He won't go there, but like in my fantasy league, we have a keeper league, right? So our draft boards are way different. A lot of big-time names are gone. I'm keeping Alvin Kamara and Kareem Hunt. So, right away, I'm starting with those guys. They cost very low picks. So, my first round, I actually pick at 9, I think. 9 or 10. Because I had to pick last. I won it. I'm targeting DeAndre Hopkins right now. Personally, in my leagues, I think Hopkins is going to be an animal yet again. But if I'm looking at running back at 6, I mean, at the 6, you could be looking at getting Zeke Elliott. You could be looking at getting, you know, if you want to gamble on Julio Jones, if he's going to catch touchdowns this year. Oh, come on, Emmett Gooden. Make a play! What's Daryl's dev trait? Just quick. And quick is the new normal. I actually was talking to the Madden ratings guy on Reddit, and he told me slow is the new normal. Quick is the new whatever. Everything's one up. So Superstar stays the same. Quick dev from Madden 18 is now Star dev. Normal dev is normal dev, and slow. I don't know, man. I cannot comprehend right now because I'm just shooting off the cuff because it's slightly confusing. But everything's just one up. Everything is pretty much the same. So a quick dev is not a quick dev. A quick dev is a normal dev, and that's what they gave Sam Darnold, which I thought was pretty harsh. I think Robert Quill bounced back from Miami. Good scheme change for him for sure. But yeah, Sam Darnold got, I think, shafted the most. And I'm not a big Sam Darnold guy. All right, I think Sam Darnold had a lot of issues, but I still think long term he's a promising quarterback, and I would rather Sam Darnold than, you know, I personally, me speaking, I probably would still take Lamar Jackson over Sam Darnold because what I want in a quarterback. I think Lamar Jackson. Oh, come on, make that pick. Well, I would say Josh Allen. Give me Sam Darnold over Josh Allen. Give me Sam Darnold really close with Josh Rosen. There you go. Greg got it. Greg got it. I just find Sam Darnold's going to be one of those guys that could Jameis Winston everything. I think Sam Darnold is one of those guys that can develop to be a franchise quarterback, but I can also just see him to be that guy that just whatever he had wrong with him in college stays with him throughout his career. And he was just, excuse me, wildly inaccurate at times. Well, Rakeem Boyd gets player of the game as we win the big one against Kansas. We're standing tall. We're not playing K-State, but we're 2-0 in the start of the season. We'll sim a couple games here. Like I said, I want this stream to be about like an hour and a half. Nothing too serious because I'm going to need to rest up and get thumbnails and shit ready for Madden tomorrow. But what do you think about Mason Rudolph? Oh, look, the things are popping. Oh, I got to change that. Why is it the zombie? Be a sec. Oh, the YouTube subscribers. Shit. I had to fix that. I made something for Twitch. It actually looks pretty cool. But I don't know if I can change that right away. Shit, come on. I actually made it cool. It's custom emblem, custom name. Fuck's sakes. Mason Rudolph. Mason Rudolph is absolutely a guy that I would target in your franchise modes if you want to get a really overpowered user quarterback that's young and not draft one. We got New Mexico, UAB, Marshall. Oh, you better believe I put that UTEP game in. All right, that's what we'll sim to. We're going to sim right now to this UTEP game. We'll play that one right away. We should probably win one more. It's going to be tough. Like I said, it's going to be strict. And you guys are going to see the load times in this game, man. So long. But now it's time to ask me questions, because I'm just going to be focusing on the chat, because we'll go through all the scores and stuff, box score by box score, once this is completed. He's just the normal USC quarterback that will not be good in the pros. Well, I mean, there's a couple average quarterbacks. I mean, Mark Sanchez, for the most part, was average. I think Carson Palmer was above average. It's just, I guess, the USC quarterbacks that have great praise, that are supposed to be the next big quarterback, don't pan out, which I could definitely agree upon. Rosen should have been the first quarterback drafted. I think he was always my top quarterback, but I can't hate the Baker Mayfield, man. Baker Mayfield is a gamble, but if it pays out, he could be better than Rosen. So I think it was worth the gamble for the Browns to make that move. You've been watching a lot of big Pac-12 Network and rewatching Daryl's maybe going to say how many passes he missed. He could be. It's one of those things. If he gets with a good quarterback coach, he will make those passes that he missed in college. If not, he's going to be Jameis Winston. Cleveland won't win more than 4 games. They're so overhyped. Cleveland's so overhyped. I'm not even doing them for my first rebuild, because everyone's done a first rebuild of the Cleveland Browns. I already have my first 3 rebuilds scheduled. 3 rebuilds scheduled that I'm going to do. Cleveland will be number 3. You're going to get the Browns somewhat early because, come on, let's be honest. Browns make sense for the YouTubes. But the first 2 rebuilds are 2 rebuilds that I actually really want to do right away. Why do I hate UTEP? I hate UTEP because I didn't even chirp. I just gave my opinion on Aaron Jones, who is a running back for the Green Bay Packers. On Twitter, someone asked me what I thought about him. They asked me twice. Early in the year, I said, man, that guy looks pretty good. Washington State UTEP has some big games. And then close to the draft, he's like, what do you think about Aaron Jones in terms of drafting? So I already gave the opinion that I thought he was a decent running back. And I just said he's going to be a kind of guy that's probably not going to be an outright starter and he's got to fight for his spot on the team. That got its way back to Aaron Jones, who like retweeted it and said, oh, this is my motivation. And then a bunch of bums on UTEP started like getting in my mentions and shit. And I was like, okay, fuck UTEP. So that's what happened. That's why I don't like UTEP. Alabama's bad with quarterbacks in the NFL. Yeah, man. I mean, Tagovailoa could maybe bump that. He was really good. But Alabama usually doesn't get those 5-star quarterbacks, so they don't need to. They just run the ball. When you have the control the line of scrimmage, you don't need a quarterback that can throw for like 400 yards a game. That's the number one thing, too, that people don't bring up when they always make the debate. Can Alabama beat a team in the NFL? The reason why Alabama, 100%, they have great players in the secondary. They've had historically, usually get one freak wide receiver from Julio Jones. They had Calvin Ridley, so on and so forth. O.J. Howard, big receiver. They have decent running backs. Alabama dominates without a shadow of a doubt because their offensive and defensive lines are always way better than everyone else in college. You make that jump to the National Football League, those guys are going to get their ass stomped. Are you doing the Ravens number 1? No spoilers. No spoilers. I'll say that here are the 5 teams that might be coming at 1. The Ravens, the Cardinals, the Jets, the Browns, which but I'll just throw the Browns in there, and getting the Eagles done right away. Getting the Eagles one over with and moving on. Those are the 5 teams that could be number 1. Aaron Jones is my son, but for every now and then, my son's disappointed. And then he get arrested or something like that. Does LSU ever get a good quarterback? No. I don't know why they don't recruit better. There's some decent quarterbacks that come out of LSU, Louisiana. Jalen Hurts, I think he'll be a prime candidate to transfer to Florida Atlantic. I don't know why he wouldn't. They have what's his name? Like DeAndre Johnson, is that his name? The guy from Last Chance U. He actually looks really good. But I think Hurts should transfer, absolutely. He's not going to play over Tagovailoa unless they try to change him to a running back. He's not going to be a quarterback on the next level. He is jacked. He is built like he's like looks when he was in the backfield. Put it this way, he was in the backfield with who's the running back they had last year? Bo Scarborough, freaking nature. Jalen Hurts was like as big, if not bigger. I think if I am Nick Saban, I'm getting Hurts to play tight end or running back, something like that. He's jacked. Nick the Plug, what up, baby? I gotta tell Nick to plug this. I'm getting Madden on PC, so for the first month, all my shit's gonna be on PC, and then starting like September, I'll buy Madden on console. That's where we can get, you know, the streams going for Madden Ultimate Team if you're getting the game. All right, don't give a shit about recruiting. We're just doing 1 year. We started out 2-0. We let the team sim. We're 4-2, which is actually pretty damn good, to be completely honest with you. Considering this team is not good. It's not like I made this team juice to the gills. This team is a team. Let's look right here. What do we have for offense and defense? Let's see our grades. We are C's in everything, which is, let's be honest, maybe slightly generous. This was a real team. We were really grading Independence Community College. They would probably be, assuming F grades, they're probably like D- defense, maybe C- offense, and probably D+ overall ranking. So it's slightly generous from that standpoint. But the fact that we're winning against, you know, some cupcake teams, nonetheless, I will take it. We'll take a quick look here at our season stats because it's been a little bit. Malik Henry, 13 touchdowns, 3 picks. He's actually playing really well for us. Rakeem Boyd, 600 yards, 5 touchdowns. Cannon, the only tight end on the roster that for whatever reason wasn't featured in the show, wasn't particularly strong. You got Thompson there, 300 yards. Defensively speaking, what do we got here? Emmett Gooden leads the team 2 sacks. I think those are both the sacks we got. Raymond with 4 picks. This guy's a baller. I actually wonder if this guy transfers somewhere. If anyone in chat wants to do me a favor, find out if Zedric Raymond went anywhere. Because for me, he was like the most impressive statistic-wise on that entire team. Even more so than Rakeem Boyd. Looking at our win-loss, however, let's find that out. Scores and schedules. We had a bye, so we started week 4. We lost in overtime to 5-1 New Mexico. Wasn't, I mean, I guess so. That's kind of close. Disappointing we didn't win that one. We lost to UAB, which is definitely disappointing. We were able to beat Marshall 23-21. And we beat FCS Tuskers 38-7. Now we're opening up this game against UTEP, which you believe we're just gotta destroy them. Gotta destroy them. You got it for free? Alright, bro. Make sure you save me all your burners for Eagles players. I know they said out the bat you get like an Ertz and Wentz by just completing like offline souls and shit. That's kind of dope. Alright. I don't know. Last year, everyone knows, last year my team was basically make all the good Philadelphia Eagles. And then it became a point in time where the Eagles were so good last season that I just could not keep up with it. And then I just lost any hope to try to keep building it because I'm not spending any money. But, like I said, I got the Saquon Barkley Rookie Premier thing. I completed that in Madden 18. So I don't know yet what I'm going to do. Get on Gridiron Amino. I don't know what that is. I don't know. Like an app or whatever that you talk. If they pay me, I'll do it. I already turned down a bunch of sponsorship this year, I'll tell you that. I got like Mutt Coin sponsorships. No, thank you. I had 2 different fantasy football apps say, hey, put these ads in your videos, we'll pay you money up front. I went, no, thank you. You guys know what Panini cards are? Like those collecting cards for football? There might be something coming on there. Letting you guys know my inner business. That there might be something, but I don't know, man. The fact that I get all these Mutt Coin things, like, you guys watch my videos? Get mutt-bucked, bruh. Did Zeke look a little slow last year? Man, I don't know. I watched the All or Nothing with Dallas. Most people know. I've grown to hate the Dallas Cowboys, but I don't really hate Zeke Elliott or Dak Prescott. I mean, I know a lot of Philadelphia Eagle fans say they suck and they're overrated, which Dak is definitely the case. I don't hate them, though. Like, they're not players that I want to see fail just because they're strictly Cowboys and they're shitty people like Dez Bryant. Dez Bryant, that guy's a piece of trash. But, Zeke went through a lot last year, man. There was a lot on his head. And, I think that's probably why you saw the difference in Zeke Elliott. Fun fact, that school cut its baseball team once they found out Netflix was coming to the school to afford New York. I heard about that. I heard that someone said that in, I think, the the comment section of the first video that they did that. And it makes sense. So let's be honest, money talks, especially when you're like that. JUCO school, small scam. You gotta make cuts. You gotta gamble. And obviously the gamble paid off. They got to be on Netflix. If you're a JUCO school, that is massive. Now players want, like, if you're gonna be on Netflix again, they're gonna want to go there because you get tell your story. They know they're not complete shitheads. It's a great platform for them to get their names out there. New member, welcome back. I don't know what that means, but thanks, Elon, bro. Appreciate it. People don't get it. Newer Eagle fans don't hate the players, just hate the team. Absolutely. Unless, like, Dak Prescott was coming out and saying, we're going to beat the Eagles. Eagles suck. Talking shit. Carson Wentz overrated. Then that gets you in the shit list. But there's not that many on Dallas. But Dez Bryant was the worst. Cowboy fans make you hate certain players. But, I mean, honestly, Zeke Elliott, maybe a little bit of a shithead. Okay? But Dak Prescott, I think Dak Prescott, decent guy. Looks like he's on and off the field. Good person. Can make entertaining plays. I mean, Dallas sucks. That's a rollable fence. That's a rollable fence there. Fuck stick. Oh, that's something actually I can get you guys questions on. Soundboard stuff. Like different things that I can include in my videos. I'm trying to become the, I'm basically looking at what makes popular YouTubers, especially in the Madden community, who have more subscribers than me. What makes them so popular? What I've found out, outside of putting arrows in my thumbnails, which you've seen, is that they constantly just have like little sound bites pop up in the videos. Like you get a big play, he comes in, gives you like a bruh or something like that. So I'm gonna be doing that this year. What are some sound bites that are pretty damn good that I can use in this game? I want to try to get some Last Chance U in there, like just him calling guys fuck sticks. I got 3 Cadillacs. Yeah, that's what I think I'm gonna do that. Does just needs to go to Pittsburgh. I just want it to be done. I think he's not that good. Titanic song. I already have Titanic. Big hit explosion. Yeah. I got a lot of the popular ones. I'm just more so thinking like, what are low key? Like, I'm just like, I was going to the like Fast and Furious 1 movie. My brother showed me some what's this? Gordon Ramsay quotes. Pretty funny. Young Narrow, he could help you with sound. Yeah, maybe. Alright, you gotta get this goddamn chew the clock on. But trust me, guys, I've done my research on how to become a popular YouTuber in this. I'm gonna be honest, my video editing, that is an area that if I'm trying to be overly critical about, I'm a realist. Why am I not growing as much as certain people? I understand. My video editing is pretty much, I get gameplay and I talk over it. Very old school. When I start, that's why I'm an old school YouTuber. I've been doing this for like 6-7 years. Back in the day, that's all you needed. But now, the kids, they need more. They need more bells and whistles. So I've been looking at it and I was like, I could definitely spend a little bit more time, add some more creativity to the gameplay. That'll help it out a little bit. Oh my god, give me the ball! I had the ball for the whole fucking... Good. But see, the problem with me editing is that I do a video every day versus, other people that you'll have like maybe a video every couple days. It's super hard to spend like 5 hours. How is that not a touchdown? 5 hours editing like a 10-minute video because I had to work on the next thing. So that's why. I don't need anything. Clickbait more and clout chase. What does clout chase mean? Try to start shit with more popular people? Oh, come on! Get off your fucking blocks! There we go, Martin. Martin with the sack. Beautiful. That doesn't really work in the Madden community, though. Is there any people in the Madden community that have got famous just by, like, shit-talking people? I feel like there's better ways to go about that. People that shit, like, don't people realize that, though, ultimately? Like, you might get, like, short-term subscribers, but those people are only clicking for, like, the beef. Then once you leave, you're going to be like, oh, this guy's just an asshole, so I'm not going to watch his shit. Well, that's my kind of approach on it. Oh, because I will motherfuck someone in this YouTube community if you told me right now I'll get 100,000 subscribers. Hard work pays off in the end. Man, I hope so. I've been here for a long time. Seems like the average of like a somewhat successful YouTuber is like give them like 2.5, 3 years, and then they're at like that 100,000. The fact that I've been here for 6, taking the good old time. But you know, as long as I can, you know, keep everything even keel, never have like a terrible month, never completely drop off. It's worth it. As there we go. They had the ball forever and did nothing with it because they're a piece of shit school. So now it's our turn to take over. Your boy Pete says be the best man. I've actually never heard of, like, that's the other thing. I don't network at all. I never heard of that guy outside of my stream, and then I saw that he did a video with Not the Expert with Antonio Brown. I don't know. A lot of people shit on that guy. I've never really watched his content. It seems like he doesn't really play Madden. It seems like he does like in real life videos and shit, which I'm definitely gonna be thinking about doing. I get my girlfriend's sister got a dope camera, so I can like do in real life videos. Only problem is like, how the fuck do you do in real life football videos? I have like 2 people that play football. If it's something like soccer, go to a net, I can dominate it. Is the allié of Madden? Is the allié of Madden? Okay. Like I said, I'm not like super. I don't really know a whole lot about Allier. I know of him. Are you gonna watch Johnny Manziel? Yeah, Johnny Manziel's playing this Friday. That's pretty dope. I'll probably watch that while one of my videos is rendering. Not the Expert's a lot better. Not the Expert is, I can be salty about Not the Expert because when I first found out about him, I started like giving him dabs. He had like 8,000 subscribers, and then now he's fucking blowing up. And I would die to be like, what he's doing right now is like where I want to be. And on one side, I feel like for the amount of work that I put in, I'm slightly salty that I haven't been given that opportunity. But for him, really, really good. I knew right away, man. I've done collabs with Parent Crow. I only do collabs and work with people that I really think that like they're good content, not just trying to be like, here's a video that I did with this guy, just subscribe to me. I'm only doing it for that. And him and Parent Crow, those are Parent Crow, Not the Expert, the only 2 guys in this community that I enjoy. Like him, Parent Crow, Not the Expert, and Mr. Hurricane are the only 3 YouTubers that do Madden that I'm subscribed to. Anyways, yeah, Ncaa, that he's blowing up. That's awesome because his awesome content and really, really good dude. He hooked me up with some early Madden footage so that I could make videos on it. Didn't have to. He reached out to me. And that just shows the kind of guy he is. I think at least he understands that I've been here for a long time, and maybe I haven't got the breaks that some other people have, and he was trying to help me out, and that's it goes a long way because Madden can get aggressive, can get competitive. People just wanting to, I want this footage for me, myself alone. Oh, let's go for Key Boy! And he helped me out, so that was awesome, man. Only problem is he is on PlayStation, I'm on Xbox, a collab would never work. However, last time I was talking to him, he's thinking about getting it on PC, so we might have something there we could cook up. All right, let's go. Henry gets to the outside, throws on the run to Jackson, and he battles to get up to the 1-yard line. Oh, he really watches me and Not the Expert. I would say, man, Parent Crow's good. If you're really into franchise, Mr. Hurricane's top notch, but he's like more so like super, super long term. Like he's still like he does like 900 episodes of something. Oh, Malik Henry gets in. You can see the guns on this guy. Malik Henry, aka swap bodies with The Rock. Is PC tomorrow? Yes, it is. PC. I think it's like 3 p.m. Eastern it drops. So what I think I'm going to do is do a like hour long, because there's gonna be a bunch of guys that get on PC. They'll be trying to stream on YouTube. So I'm not expecting, oh my god, I'm gonna be the first guy. But I think I'll probably stream an hour, maybe an hour or so, just get the feel for the game again because I haven't played since the beta. Give you guys some initial impressions, and then I'm gonna log off. I'm gonna start working on my draft classes so I can record the first rebuild, which will be out on Thursday. Thursday at some point. That'll be Thursday's upload. Are you on the Mutt Reddit? I don't play Mutt. Like, I play Mutt with my subscribers. I hate Madden Ultimate Team. I hate what it stands for. So I'm on the actual Madden Reddit, but no one really posts on that. I'll say I'm on the Madden Reddit, and I probably post as, like, in terms of YouTuber standpoint, I'm probably the most active YouTuber on the Madden Reddit, which is not a best thing. Speaking of The Rock, you ran into him at an airport during the weekend. Well, that's fucking awesome. If Independence played East Mississippi, Mississippi I think would win. Didn't they win? Didn't they show a thing at the end that they won the championship that year? Joe, do you work for that Amino thing? Sounds like you put your salesman here. And the Amino apps or whatever, they offer, yeah, I think they offered to sponsorship me once, and then it was not good for both parties. Took a picture with my daughter. Well, that's awesome. That would make my year, Nicholas. So that's dope. But yeah, that Amino thing they're talking about, I think they actually offered to sponsor me once, and it was pretty shitty terms, so that's why I didn't do it. Did he give you the people's eyebrow? That'd be awesome. If you put that, just pop that up. Alright, did we turn 2 o'clock on? Get that on here. And I feel like we're gonna definitely get in a bowl game here. You ever do a Nebraska for NCAA rebuild? There's a bunch of schools that I have not done in NCAA rebuilds, and I'm gonna obviously with Madden 19. I'm only gonna be doing Madden 19 for a little bit, but I'd say maybe end of September, October, once a week I'll be doing NCAA rebuilds because I'm gonna try to do every single one. Try to do maybe North Dakota State, some smaller big schools. It's gonna be a fixture on the channel. We're just gonna be taking a break. That's why tonight I could have streamed some Madden 18. Did the Viking funeral and sent it off into the water after the stream. But Madden 18 sucks. I'm so glad that game's done. So I want to pay homage and play a good game for the last time for a little bit here. That's NCAA. Oh, why? Oh, that was a bad throw. Thank God no one can do anything. Oh my God, Moana. Don't even get me started with Moana. Oh, my kid watches. Moana, whatever. Would you do a subscriber online franchise? That's probably like the most requested thing. And no, because it never would work. I do not care about it enough to do all of the excess. I would totally play in one. But the fact that I would never be able to commit to doing it because most weeks I'm just straight up recording. I would never be able to you got to make your game once a week. Probably wouldn't happen. B, it probably wouldn't be I don't have the time to run it and organize it, make sure it's just too much work. It would be a good idea, but it's excited to delete Madden 18. I'm gonna make a video about deleting. It's now not recency bias. We've gone through a year. I think Madden 18 is the worst Madden I've played in my adult life. And by think, I know. So, I guess, consider I'm an adult, we would count, Madden 25. I'll come and say it right now. Madden 18 is the worst Madden I've ever played. I think I can confidently make that. There might be, Madden 13... Madden 25 might have been a little frustrating. But I think pound for pound, Madden 18 was the worst Madden I've ever played. From bugs, to just gameplay, to glitches, everything in between. Sucks. '16, yes. I remember the aggressive catches in 16. 16, now that I think about it, that might be the only other one I can think of that can hold a light to it. Because you had the aggressive catches and you couldn't really edit your draft classes and shit. Oh my God, if I never had to see Calvin Johnson play again. Oh, that sucks, Nick, man. Sorry about that, dude. All right, let's get back into the gameplay here. Let's start winning some ball games. Oh, right there. Thread the needle! Is Madden 19 a good one? Not allowed to talk about the beta, just in case, you know, whoever's in charge of making a game-changer decision is watching. But I can say, from what I've seen, I can talk about just other people. I think the graphics kind of look worse than Madden 18 for whatever reason. I don't know what it is yet, but I've heard that they've changed some of the things in that. But from a gameplay standpoint, it looks, yeah, I can't say that it feels because I'm not allowed to talk about it. It looks to be slightly improved, probably not drastically different, but offline, if you're an offline franchise mode guy, they gave you a lot of love this year. So from that standpoint, that's why I'm optimistic. Blitz the League. I think that Blitz the League, well, I mean, they never make that in this. I think if they're making Blitz the League, Rockstar needs to make it. Rockstar is probably the only people that could make a dope, like, in-depth, dark football world. But I still think the only way that we have that Gridiron, IMV Gaming Gridiron Champion thing, that's, I'm going to be honest with you, I'm not optimistic about. The only way I think we're going to get a different football game is if 2K goes all in on college football. Oh my god. For a timeout. Thanks, Kush Walker. 420 swag dog. That's a bong rip, you know? Alright, second 17. Who wants to get open? Who wants to get open? Nobody! XFL, yeah, XFL could happen because, you know, they got the WWE rights. But, I don't know. Megatron's the best wide receiver of all time. I'm a big Megatron fan. I think he could be the most talented wide receiver of all time, but best, I mean, I think when you talk about best, you gotta factor in stats and like Super Bowls and stuff like that. Most talented, though, the fact of his athletic ability and his size, he could be the most talented wide receiver of all time. Absolutely. Best, I mean, I'm not a big fan of Jerry Rice. I think Jerry Rice, it always comes down to the debate. Look at all the quarterbacks he's played with. But I think you have to say Rice is the best, man. The fact that no one's ever going to... He's like the Wayne Gretzky of NFL. No one's ever going to get close to his stats. "2K bought Playgrounds, which is like Madden's version of NFL Street, which would be a great game to bring back." Yeah. NFL Street was awesome. Still play it to this day. Still got a PlayStation hooked up, PS2 hooked up to my main TV. And actually, I was playing it today. Truth be told. Played a little 2K5. Played a little NFL Street. A little SmackDown vs. Raw. Yeah, I've heard that. 2K is a lot of microtransactions. All right, let's get Rakeem Boyd going here. Get to the outside. All right, man, I'll check it out. Man, 2K5's graphics suck. The catching's wonky as shit. But oh my god, still playable. Still holds up. Oh, come on, right bumper. Why are you just standing there? Move! If I could find a way to record or like stream my PlayStation, I would absolutely stream like a 2K series or something like that. I just don't know. Like, maybe I have to get like an emulator, like a PlayStation emulator or something. All right. This feature I think needs to come back. This wonky screen, the wonky lines. Oh my god, Malik Henry. Oh, and he fumbles it out of bounds, and that dude catches it. Great. Can I challenge that shit? Let me challenge it. Strategy? I'm challenging that shit. Yes, sir. That looked wonky as hell. Thoughts on Jordan Mailata? He had a meme. Oh, we're out of bounds for sure. Oh my god, that is coming back to us. Look at that. Foot on the line. Out of bounds. But still has the ball. Oh, come on! Since you're an Eagle fan, what's your opinion of EDP? Fucking like the worst YouTuber ever. Guys, trash content. Probably one of the very, very few YouTubers I dislike. The fact that he's so successful keeps me up at night. Not really, but you get my drift. Every time I talk about the Philadelphia Eagles, I know that there's someone somewhere that's doing a way less informative take and just dropping N-bombs, and he's going to get 10, well, maybe not 10 times, but 5 times as many views. Okay. See, NCAA 14 does have some bullshit. Whatever that was. I'll take it, though. 4th down, him just collapsing. He had a heart attack. I should start a beef with EDP. I would love to, like, debate him a little bit. I mean, I don't watch his stuff anymore. It used to pop up a lot of times in my timeline, even though I wasn't subscribed to him, so that made me really annoyed. But his stuff hasn't popped up on my YouTubes for a while, so as long as he just stays out of my way, from that standpoint, my viewpoint, we'll be fine. Thoughts on Toke Nasty? I mean, he's just a mutt YouTuber. It is what it is. Don't necessarily have to like his content to admit that it's successful. He knows his demographic, and he dominates, so. Could we all be as lucky? What's up, Colt? You watch UFC, I'm a big-time fan. I used to actually, at one point in time, I used to write for 411 Mania. It's like a big, just wrestling, MMA, like big sports site. I actually used to write for them for MMA. Kind of got out of it lately, within the last probably 2-3 years, just because there's so many events, but big fan. Watch all the big ones. Do you think the Browns should give up on Corey Coleman? No. He showed he's made plays when healthy. Before you have a website open up, you do an interview if we paid you for it. You'd just be Eagles Talk. What do you mean? Send me a DM. For stuff like that, send me a DM on Twitter. Or send me a message on Twitter. We can talk about it. But, man, I don't know. A lot of times I'd be open for it, depending on what it is. Your boy Pete said, like I said, people asked me earlier, never really heard of him until the Not the Expert thing, when he did the video with Antonio Brown. Looks like he's alright dude, I guess. Looks like an alright guy. Can't speak to his content. Would you do a call out Not the Expert? We've already tried doing it. He's on PlayStation and PlayStation only right now, and I'm on Xbox and PC right now. So he's on the unconsole that's not. But if he does get it on PC, which last time I talked to him he might, definitely would do a collab with him. Probably would do one. Probably will do one. Alright, see you, remote. Peace, dog. Just let you know more in the future. Just interested. Yeah, man. Like, if the scenario is good for me, absolutely. Love helping out. What do you think of Jamel Flow? I don't know what that is. Jamel Flow. Is that a YouTuber? I assume that's a YouTuber. That sounds like a YouTuber's name. Never heard of him. Jamel Flow. Jamel Flow? Jamelf? I don't know. I assume he's Madden Ultimate Team, probably. I know a lot of the oh, come on, right there. Lob it in, beautiful pass. Let's go, big time play. Yeah, no, man, never heard of him. Come on, scramble right away. Boom. Oh, scramble QB cheese was great in this game. I actually kind of want to see a Madden where 1 year they make it so that like mobile quarterbacks suck. Because has there ever been a football game that mobile quarterbacks suck? You know, actually, 2K5 might have been like the last game that mobile quarterbacks weren't super overpowered. My buddy was playing with Michael Vick today, and I stopped him a bunch of times. Julius Peppers. What's up, C4? You really got robbed from that YouTube 32 team YouTube collab. Yeah, actually, for the first I thought it was a little bit of a conspiracy theorist, because it came out, and I guess invites were being sent out like through DMs and shit, and I didn't get one. And then RBT made like a post or something like that, and I just commented, and then I deleted my comment because I just kind of thought, like, if I wasn't getting an invite, you know, do I really want to be in something where like I wasn't initially wanted to be included? Maybe that's just me being an asshole. But either way, I was not invited. I was not invited to the tournament. And then I thought for the longest time, I was just like on all the posts, when every time he would post something, like I don't follow him on Twitter or anything like that. No, I never had a bad thought about RBT or anything like that. I remember one time he actually rated my stream. That's the only interaction I've ever had, and he actually kind of helped me out. So I just, I only follow people that I interact with. So every time he posted a release of people that are featured in it, people just kept tagging me. Like, oh, C4, I hope he's C4's in it. And when people would tag other YouTubers, he would reply. And for whatever reason, anytime I got tagged, was not getting replied. And then he made some tweet about if your favorite YouTuber's not in it, that means they didn't want to be in it. And then someone said, well, C4 definitely wants to be in it, or whatever, and he wasn't included. And literally, it was like the most liked thing, and he didn't reply back to it, and he replied to like a couple other tweets there. So he definitely saw it. I thought that's when I started tinfoil hat being like, man, did I do something wrong? I mean, and then at the end of the day, yesterday actually, he sent me a tweet saying that he didn't think I wanted to be in it. That's why he didn't ask me. And then he also said he made a post, and I didn't reply to it. So I guess a little bit of the onus is on me. There's just a mix-up in communication, but ultimately, from his side of things, he didn't think I wanted to be in it, which is why he didn't ask me in the first place. That kind of sucks. I definitely would have been in it. I can tell you right now that I think that there's people in that tournament that definitely want to just be a part of like a big thing like that and just work with other people. I can tell you right now that would definitely be a little bit of a factor for me, but absolutely number one would be networking, being able to get more exposure with some other channels, and that may not be what the tournament's intended to do, and that was kind of why, like, all right, I'm not in it. I really wanted to be in it. Would have helped my channel a lot, but my intentions weren't the main priority of just making a good series. Mine would have been networking focused. So, I mean, end of the day, like I said, I don't have a beef with anyone in this community, and I'm pulling for Pam Crow on that. JML's a corny YouTuber, sells mutt and tells you stupid stories. He talks shit, tries to expose them with gameplay, shows people. Oh, he's just a shithole. I don't know. Like I said, man, never really heard about him. Nick the Plug, thinking about starting a podcast instead of a channel. You think you want to be featured guest? I would, yeah, man. I'd help you like that if you don't want to do the YouTube channel. Like I said, man, more often than not, I'll help people out. Sometimes I'll charge money if you're asking for a little bit, but I guess me saying, hey, throw a couple bucks to worth my time, and I'll help you out. But like I said, man, everything, different scenarios, work things out. Never hurts asking with me. If you ask me politely, and I know you're just not using me for something, we working, man. That's how the world works. Oh, come on, get the sack, baby. You like Flemlo raps? One time, I got clickbaited by Flem. I don't get clickbaited often. I got clickbait by him one time when I was trying to find a really good NCAA roster, and he, like, a video was like, the best roster! And then I looked into it, and, like, it was just, wasn't anything about the roster. So, like, for that, I was a little bit annoyed. But, yeah, man, his content looks good. I know he's cool with Pam Crow. It seems like a good dude, so. What was your least favorite part of Last Chance U Season 3? The teacher, the English teacher. She sucked. I hated her. They are missing out. Don't even sweat it. The only reason why now I'm looking at it, aside from the fact that, yeah, I probably would have got a decent subscriber. I'm nothing too drastic. It's not like me being in that tournament was going to take me to like 100,000 subscribers. But sorry for the networking. It's just more so there is a chance that will dominate the franchise market. Rebuilds will do fine, but like for anyone that wants to do like a franchise mode, like I'm doing the Huskies, you know, there's a chance that YouTuber creator franchise mode could dominate the market, and like anything that's not that might struggle for use. But I'm really excited to do the Huskies again, and I think you guys should definitely be looking forward to that. Do you watch KT? I know who it is. He's that dude that makes like football discussion things. I mean, I don't know. Like, I feel like those videos. I'm not entertained by those videos because ultimately it feels like for the most part they're just like reading a Wikipedia page. But like I said, I mean, I don't know. It's different strokes, different folks. He does what he does well. All right, later, Nicholas. Thanks for stopping by, dog. Dig the kid from Last Chance U that got signed by the Bears. Oh, John Franklin. Depends how they want to use him. I mean, he's really fast. Not a great quarter. Like, he's just an athlete at this point. I think he's probably a practice squad candidate. Oh. Oh, Coleman's awesome. Brett Coleman's awesome. Not subscribed to him, but every now and then he does just a home run. Like the video he did about the Eagles, how the Eagles are changing, how like National Football League's working, was awesome. He has a lot of good videos, fantasy football and stuff. I'm surprised that guy hasn't got like a job somewhere, like hired on. Can Philly win back-to-back Super Bowls? Absolutely. In fact, that Philly won the Super Bowl last year by missing all the star players. There's a way. It's highly unlikely they suffer the same caliber of injuries they suffered last year. So I think that absolutely they can repeat. Will they? Also unlikely. I'm not going to come out right now and boast, be like a Patriots fan where we can legitimately claim that we might win the Super Bowl every year. But I look at the NFC and we'll go for it. Why not? I look at the NFC and even with the Rams getting better, even the Philly still has the best roster in the NFC. So yeah, definitely can. But you think it'll be the worst in the NFL? I mean, the Bills might have the most cloudy quarterback situation, but they still had, you know, really, really good defense. So maybe the Dolphins. Dolphins could be my pick for the worst record. Dolphins are gonna be terrible. He used to write for the Texans. That makes sense. You can see in his content. Like that's the reason why his content's good. It comes off like really professional. Who's your favorite from Last Chance U that didn't pan out, but at the end you wanted to succeed? Favorite player. I mean, Ronald Ollie was hilarious. I don't know if he was necessarily my favorite player. Maybe my favorite character, and obviously he's like Nickel State or something like that. But, I don't know. Like I liked, what do you call it? What's his name? DeAndre Johnson? Was that the quarterback that's not Florida Atlantic? I thought he was like a cool dude. Looked really good at football. Wanted to get his life back together. Dakota Allen was dope. But, I mean, those guys did make it. I don't really know. There's more often than not the players that we actually see make it for the most part. Like Isaiah Wright, don't really give a shit about him. Fucking Bobby Bruce, nah, I don't really give a shit. I don't really give a shit about the dumb guys, the clowns of the videos, the seasons. When did I start? I started an hour and 20 minutes ago, and we're almost done. This stream is going to be over probably within the next half hour. So I'm just we're finishing the season. We'll find out what game we're going to play next. We're sitting at a nice 5-2. We'll probably play maybe one more and then the bowl game, or maybe we'll just go straight to the bowl game. It is very hot right now where I'm recording. There is no fans, no air circulation, and it was like, I don't know how to convert Canadian to Celsius to Fahrenheit, but it's hot as shit here. I'm sweating my balls off. Tulane, yeah, LA Tech, Rice. Let's go to this bye and figure out where we're at. Julian Edmonds stitched on Tom Brady for taking PEDs. When did that happen? Are you going to use this team in Gridiron Champions? If they make the cut, I will. Brady said no comment. Well, that man, oh my god, we got destroyed by Tulane. Brady has that trainer or whatever. He needs to get rid of that guy. EMCC would win in a game between them and Independence. It would be your choice for a Madden 19 team to do a fun long-term rebuild with. Maybe Arizona, because you got your quarterback there. I mean, fun long-term rebuild. You have different strokes for different folks. Some people determine a fun long-term rebuild by finding a franchise quarterback. Whereas I think if you take the Cardinals, you probably have that in Rosen. You have your stud running back. Got some good guys, but also like the roster's old. I mean, the Dolphins team sucks around the board, and they're really old. So I'd say Dolphins or Cardinals would be the top two. Think Aaron Rodgers should demand a trade? No. Oh no, man. We better play in this fucking championship game. We're looking at 5-4 right now. Thanks, Ian, man. Thanks for stopping by. Would you ever do a Washington State rebuild? Like I said, man, we're gonna stop. This is the last NCAA video for a little bit, but we're starting right back up. Probably a month or two into Madden. I'm gonna be trying. The plan is to rebuild every team in this game. Take a long time, but college football is not going anywhere. Ravens build Lamar Jackson. Yeah, that's gonna be a very popular rebuild next year. The Ravens and Lamar. Plus, the Ravens, they're a tough team, man. They're not a team that's, from a Madden Sim standpoint, particularly strong. And you got to replace Terrell Suggs. You're probably replace Jimmy Smith. Like, a lot of the really good players are old, so they're an interesting team to rebuild. All right, come on. We can beat Rice. For God's sakes. Oh, my God. So we're going to be 5-5. You need a bowl game, ladies and gentlemen. I guess this is starting to realistically pan out how it should. 5-5. I mean, Independence going to NCAA. Probably not going to work out well. Eric Decker had a workout with the Patriots. Not surprising. He's a white wide receiver, however. And it's just a fact now. It's not even a stereotype that Patriots go over after white wide receivers. They drafted Braxton Berrios from Miami, white slot guy. And then you're getting a guy like Decker, hypothetical white slot guy. It's just what they look for. Alright. As you can see, the sim takes so long. Too long, for sure. Let's just find out our divisional standings, where we rank, how many games we need to win to maybe play in a championship. Oh my God. We are not going anywhere. Fuck off, man. So that means we'll just sim and play one more game. Where were we at? Oh, that Southern Miss game. See if we can get a dub. David Sills, wasn't he a converted quarterback or something like that? So he's a guy that's only going to grow as a wide receiver. Had 18 touchdowns last year. He's still got great quarterback Will Greer, which still hurts me to this day to talk about Will Greer as a member and the quarterback of West Virginia and not my Florida Gators. But good red zone threat. Good red zone threat, only going to get better. Take it. So, oh, we got the victory, though. 28-6 over North Texas. The Mean Green. Feels bad, man. Got a new subscriber. Thanks, Kyle. Did you hear the Brian Doc? Is that the one where he talks about like depression and shit? I did not. I saw like the Cliff Notes version of it. Five and six. Can we do anything from this? If we win this game, can we get like any traction? We go to 4-4. We're playing Southern Miss. We're not gonna beat LA Tech. God damn it. But 6-5, 7-5 might be a bowl game. All right, we're gonna play this one, but we're gonna sim it a little bit. See if I can sim it more. It's not super long, but more. Try to secure the victory just in case we can get a bowl game, and then we'll rock that one. Thanks for the subscription, Andrew. He's playing a kill. Well, thank God that didn't happen. I might not be an Eagles fan if that happened. Brian Doc has had a major influence on me being an Eagles fan. How good do you think Florida will be this year? I think they're going to suck, to be honest with you. Hopefully they're just watchable, though. That's like my expectation. Florida was unwatchable last year. I tried my best, but after like 3 games, it was so boring, 3 and outs. Like the punter was our best player. So hopefully Dan Mullen's much better play caller than Jim McElwain. So I think they're at least going to be entertaining to watch, and that's all you can ask for. That's all I'm asking for. Is please don't make it a chore for me to watch Florida. All right, let's get the sim going on this one. Southern Miss, huh? What do they have? Ito Smith? Skip ahead to change of possession. See if our defense can get some stops here. Oh, shit. That was our offense. All right, didn't mean for that to happen. Come in on the 1-yard line. Why not try to execute a 99-yard drive? We just have Rakeem Boyd. You know when Madden comes out? Xbox One, if you have it comes out the 2nd. I don't know. Here's what happens. Here's the difference. Here's why I'm getting it on PC. I think on the 2nd, you get it. But what I've heard is a rumor on PC, that's what they've been saying. It could work for Xbox. Is it'll come out tomorrow at 3 o'clock Eastern. That's on PC. Could be the same for EA Access. Usually it comes out earlier for EA Access than what they say. But I know for almost a fact that it'll be available 3 p.m. Eastern on PC. And if you get it on EA Access on Xbox, it's going to be the 2nd for sure, and you only get 10 hours of playtime. After you're done 10 hours, you have to wait till the full release. Marvin Lewis should be fired. I don't know how he still has a job. Go Rakeem. First down. Let's go Rakeem the Dream. I think Scott Frost will bring back Nebraska. Really good head coach, man. So there's a chance. They got a nice little quarterback there in Hornibrook. Is that Nebraska? No, Hornibrook's on Wisconsin. Nebraska's quarterback was Tanner Lee, and he's gone. I don't know who Nebraska's quarterback is, to be honest with you. But don't they have Stanley Morgan Jr. at wide receiver? Isn't he really good? Then our franchise Southern Miss, Brett Favre's head quarterback. Well, there you go. Glad to hear you're enjoying the game. Great. Oh my fuck, how you dropped that. He's cut. Just cut him right now. Tag your bags. Is Antonio Callaway still in the Gators? No. I think he got drafted in like the 4th round by the Browns. Do I still play Call of Duty? No. But I'm going to be getting... I'm a Black Ops homer. I'll be getting Black Ops, and I'll be streaming it on my Twitch a lot. Don't know if the game's going to be good or not, but I will be streaming it on Twitch a lot. So follow me on Twitch at PapaXC4. You gotta follow me on Twitch anyway. I'm gonna be Twitch streaming a lot. I gotta get bigger on Twitch, man. Like, that's like the premier ultimate YouTuber right now. You got the YouTube thing and you get the Twitch thing. And right now, don't got that Twitch thing. Nebraska's QB is gonna be Adrian Martinez, a freshman. Never heard of that guy. So, Scott Frost got his work cut out for him. Going from a guy I've never heard of, from a decent QB in MacKenzie Milton. I'm gonna hold a timeout because there's no way I'm fucking playing this. Jason Smith looking old as hell. Or Jason Brown, anyways, sorry. Oh yeah, there's Rakeem Boyd getting the touchdown. Beautiful. Alright, we're trading touchdowns here. On it. There's a good return. Oh, there's another touchdown. Nice. ICC up. Opening of the next half. Oh! Carlos Thompson, 94 yards, touchdown. And then they got another touchdown. What the fuck? Back-to-back kickoff returns. All right, we made the field goal. We got the 3-point lead here. Turnover on downs. We had a punt it, which is unfortunate. Trading punts. Oh my god, how are they giving all these fucking special teams touchdowns? Alright, let's come in. Who do I think is going to win the national championship? Right now, I mean, you're going to be dumb to say not Alabama. It's always Alabama. My pick's always going to be Alabama in the preseason. Because I don't know, and I want to at least sound like, oh my god, that was a touchdown if we fucking made that. Joe Burrow can maybe boost LSU's offense. Yeah, I mean, I was kind of pissed Florida didn't get on him a little bit, but, I mean... wasn't good enough to get the Ohio State job. Who they got? I think Haskins actually going to be a low-key sleeper. Not enough people are talking about how good he could be. Your toes in. What are these drops? How do you think we'll win the ACC this year? I'm pulling for the U. Be nice to be the U, but Clemson, getting all those guys coming back, it's got to be Clemson. Even with, if they go Trevor Lawrence as their starting quarterback, their defensive line is terrifying. I think Clemson is the only team that could beat Bama right now. I'd put money on Clemson being able to beat Bama. Not saying that they would win, but saying, like, I would take those odds. Be safe, a safe bet. Alright, we're going to try to win this game, fellas. See if I can get my Madden late quarter heroics here. We're going to need Malik Henry to start. We need the Y guy to block. That's for sure. Malik Henry, who's apparently 400 pounds. Was the best non-power 5. Don't have an answer for that one yet. Need to get a little bit more of a dive in on the rosters there. Fucking eat the sack like a piece of shit. Best non-power 5 on the top of my head. Trying to think of rosters. I mean, does Notre Dame count? Probably say Notre Dame. They're going to be nice. Oh, sucka! You know what? Darrow's arrows. I think Notre Dame will be decent. They got good lines. Good offensive, good defensive lines. Oh my god, why are you going to make the fucking jump if you're not going to catch it? Georgia is just, their recruiting class is absolutely absurd. It's frustrating as a Gator fan to see that success. Okay. Get the throw in motion, man. 3rd 19, okay. That's one thing about Madden or NCAA 14. Forverts not as overpowered as in Madden. Oh my God. Oh, come on, get in the end zone. How are you gonna pull that fucking dive when you could just 1 second left. How are you not getting... Okay, we're going to run it. Yeah, we're going to run it. When in doubt, you go with the best player on the roster. That's Rakeem Boyd to win it for us, to maybe give us a chance at a bowl game. Rakeem Boyd takes it. With no blocks! Doesn't get it. Oh my God. Like, that's right there. If I was a head coach, I would literally walk on the field, cut the fullback. Like, he would not get on the bench. Ever, you're gone. He's not taking the bus home. He's walking home. Fuck sakes. I still blame it on Carlos Thompson. You get by your man and you just do some stupid unnecessary dive versus just getting in the end zone. Hey, what's up, Ncaa? Chilling on some gelato. All right. Some Italian fancy ice cream. I see you. All right, well, there's a chance we might get in a bowl game at 6. No, we're not. But we'll see. We will see. Justin Fields or Jake Fromm? Oh, Fields. I think Fromm's going to be a... Fromm's like a game manager, man. You look at Fromm, he's a game manager. Fields has elite athleticism, great size already. Coming out of high school, he's like 6'3", 6'4", 220. Thanks, Uncle Creepy, for subscribing. Oh, you're gassing up out there. All right, you're on that devil's lettuce. Okay, nothing wrong with ice cream though. You on that fancy ice cream and on the devil's lettuce. Who do you think Georgia will? Oh, they're gonna start with Fromm, but I think Fields is a better quarterback. Fromm, you go with the history, proven starter. Just get me in a bowl game. Favorite MMA fighter? Nick Diaz. Even though, well, I guess he doesn't really fight anymore. Favorite MMA fighter that currently fights? I mean, as a Canadian, I've always liked Rory McDonald, but he's not in the UFC anymore. GSP's boring as shit, but he's also the best, probably the best pure athlete Canada has. Doesn't look like we're getting a bowl game. Oh. You like how Jamal... Yeah, man, that was dope, Jamal Scott. He's like just a random dude. Like, I felt like Jamal Scott just straight up... Like, he wasn't one of those, like, transfers or recruits. He just straight up, I went to this school. He got the starting job, looked pretty good. Good power back. Marvin Lewis or Hugh Jackson? Hugh Jackson. DeAndre Swift is got to be real good. Guy's a tremendous athlete. Super fast. Good offensive line in front of him. He's going to be dangerous. We watch Hard Knocks. Yep, I watch pretty much any football show that's out there, I watch. All or Nothing's better. All right, our Heisman winner was Justice Hill. Justice Hill of Oklahoma State. Like 1,800 yards, 17 touchdowns. Not a strong year. Baker Mayfield runner-up, Luke Falk at 3rd place. Darius Geis at 4. LJ Scott, Michigan State at 5. We probably did not get a bowl game. It's going to be a very disappointing end. And we did not get a bowl game for our team. We might as well end this up with looking at our regular season stats. Do you think Malik Henry... No, Malik Henry's not playing anywhere. Malik Henry finished with 2,300 passing yards, 19 TDs to 10 picks. probably somewhat similar to what he would probably do in real life if he was playing Div 1. Rakeem Boyd, 1,000 yards, 8 touchdowns, was the best player in the show, and it was the best player on our offense. Receiving, Carlos Thompson, 41 catches, 640 and 5. Calvin Jackson, 530 and 4. Cannon. Like, these guys are actually all real players around the show. What did Buckmaster? Gave up 4 sacks. Come on, Buckmaster. I think didn't he go somewhere? He got like accepted to like a Div 2 school or something. Kirkland Joseph led the team with 73 tackles. We got 4.5 sacks from Jacques Martin, who's an actual player from this, just wasn't featured in the show. Emmett Gooden, 4.5 sacks. Jermaine Johnson, 4.5 sacks. 5 picks from Zedric Raymond. And that's about it, man. NCAA. Savage when it wanted to be, you know? But, guys, that will do it for my stream. We're not going to hold you up too much longer. I'm going to be streaming tomorrow, somewhat early. Like, if you guys are working your jobs, your 9 to 5s, you might have to catch the replay. The replay will be up because that will probably be tomorrow's upload. Will be like the stream replay. Just whenever Madden comes out, I'll play it for a little bit, give some initial reactions, and then I'm going to log off. I'm going to go in my hibernation. I'm going to make my custom draft classes. I'm going to work on the first rebuild, and I'm going to work on my first, well, not my first, my official Madden review. So, thank you for watching, as always, for stopping in. It will be, like, the stream, 3 p.m. Eastern, unless, you know, there's some complications on Madden's part. 3 p.m. Eastern, we will be streaming just initial thoughts from Madden. So I hope you guys can join me. But that is the video, guys. Thank you for watching. As always, your first time stopping by, don't be afraid to hit that subscribe button. And until next time, it's C4 saying peace